Morning.
Vox Machina.
Of
Vox
course, Vox
Machina.
Machina's done something like this.
Of course. What's up? Welcome in, Mosquita. Buenos dias. Good morning. J-Dog, what's happening? Mr. Dog, how are you? J-Onha, good evening from Bangkok. Vox Machina Studios, what's up? Welcome, everybody. So, today, couple things. Big news today. Turns out, new Game Jam was announced. That's pretty big news. It's been months. Oh man, has it been months. The last Game Jam I know about was like maybe November, December? So, we've got a parkour Game Jam going on. I decided right here, right now, that I will not be participating. I think there are some really talented game makers, especially in our little community, that I would love to see, them succeed. Plus, I've got plenty of stuff on my plate already. So, as much as I would like to participate, I want to see some of the other individuals, taking home some W's. Not saying that I would take a W, but, three-time Game Jam winner here. Anyway, whether you're aiming for a fast-paced competitive experience or a more relaxed exploratory adventure, the possibilities are endless. This is your chance to showcase your skills and creativity in a thrilling competition that will test your speed, agility, and strategy. So the idea here, making a jump, run, slide track in the multiplayer parkour game jam. Garnican, good afternoon. Welcome in. Go West, how are you? Good morning. Welcome. So, access to GameMaker software, which we're in 0.8.2 right now, and let me just tell you, it's it broke a lot of things. Yeah, I'm not very happy with 0.8.2. It's something we're gonna have to wait out, because I updated like 2 games, both of which used mechanics that do not work in 0.8.2. So, that's why we're doing a little bit of a Halfd0rk map today. Today we're going to be working on our giant mage tower again. But, yeah, 0.8.2, not having a good time. However, with a parkour map, you can make some cool things. So, supportive community of fellow sandboxers, you have everything you'll need to unleash your imagination and create a game that will leave players breathless. It's an interesting choice. And wanting more. So what are you waiting for? Sign up for the multiplayer parkour game jam today. 50,000 sands split amongst the top entries. 10,000 plus potential to be onboarded into the game maker. That's cool.
Parkour!
Parkour! Eater Toast, what's happening? Broke a no. Yeah, J-Dog, have you been doing some game maker as well? Sparky Snickle, good morning. Best idea gets 1,000 sand. Top 5 participants with best overall idea. So, wow. So, instead of just 1st through 10th place getting sand prizes, we're getting another 5 with best overall idea. Top 5 participants with best average between game design and level design grade. And a participation award, so just for participating, just for exercising your game-making ability, you'll get 100 sand. And that's the first 100, which generally speaking, we're getting like anywhere from like 50 to 100 people submitting. Now, it depends on which game jam. So, for example, Pororo, I think it was like over 200. But yeah, 100 participants, 100 sand each. Not a bad thing at all. So submissions will end May 7th. We have a good amount of time then, huh? Just doing some quick math here. We're looking at 3 weeks to make a parkour map. I think everyone here, you have plenty of time to put something together.
I love lamp.
May 17th. May 17th? So you think this is a typo? Game Jam begins April 17th. Deadline to complete and submit is May 7th. So technically you're not supposed to start right now, but you could start pre-production. So that means, you know, like planning it out, doing some level design, just like in Photoshop or something. Judging is done by Sandbox staff, so it looks like the council is not going to be grading this one. So I guess I could participate if I really wanted to. Game length should be at least 5 minutes. 5 minutes in parkour. Follow the theme. Yep, just general tips on how to submit.
You can do it!
There's even links to the tutorials for the Game Maker and Vox Edit academies.
Probably in the chat.
These are great
Tom
resources.
Voxel, how are you? Welcome, buddy.
Tom Voxel.
Tom Voxel himself! Tom Voxel's here. We got the OG raid. Welcome in, Raiders. OG, good morning to you. Welcome. How was your stream? Yokes on you, what's happening? Welcome. Wicked you too. How are you too? Animal Chin, hola, welcome. Blue Tulip, what's happening? Tom, my weekend was, I had a good weekend, yeah. It was pretty relaxing. That's all you can ask for, right? Hoddle Hill, good morning. Making sure to acknowledge you, Hoddle, so you don't hold it against me. Caratros, good morning. Oh, my mistake. The submissions and voting data. Ah, I see. Okay. Well, Eartoes, I hope you... Are you considering participating? Maxie? What's happening, Maxie?
Voxel, how are you? Welcome, buddy.
Tom Voxel.
Tom Voxel himself!
Tom Voxel's here. 9A7A, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Animal Chin, not Spanish, but have drunk tequila more times than I remember.
G to the M.
G to the M, escape from artist. Welcome. Well, Animal Chin, I think tequila makes you forget.
Every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Is it take over the world time already? Fantastic Game Maker resource here. But I'll go ahead and post the links to both what we were looking at before OG brought the fam. We had the Parkour Game Jam was announced this morning. So this is going to be 0.8.2. I would assume so. You know what? Oh, here it is. Entry must be made 0.8.2 version, which a lot of game developers here in chat will tell you it's a version. It's one of the versions of all time. It is the second version of 8. And it is breaking things. And it's not fun. But it's preparing us for the future, right? Genuine pain. Yep, Bug Zombie. Definitely a version of all time. OG knows what's up. Yeah, I opened up 2 different games, both of which got into really bad condition because of this version. So today we're going to be working on some terraforming. Hope they get to fixing a lot of the things on the back end, because it's stuff that shouldn't be broken. I even watched Cyber Dragon's stream from yesterday, just kind of skimmed through it. He too was not having a good time. And he's usually having a great time. Epic nights. Well, Animal, bring the tequila next time. Yeah, Karatros, the future is turning into the past. It's just a matter of time before we get to the future, right? I don't know. I'm trying to be vague here. Makes you stronger, says Eartoss. Alright, that's a good way to look at it. But yeah, if you guys are interested in participating in the Game Jam, there's that link. Just taking a quick look at the Game Maker Academy. This is what we're going to have on screen just for a moment here. They've been updating it, so hopefully we'll have some more 0.8.2 related things. One thing I'm very happy to see is Vpire has been really active in like talking with the game making community. Love how much VPire is putting into this. And she even put a changelog for 0.8.2 before the weekend began. So if you all haven't seen it, let me just pull it up. But yeah, just taking a quick peek through the Game Maker Academy. This hasn't been updated in a while, but they're linking to it, so I'm kind of hoping. So it looks like multiplayer. Thank you, VVox. Good morning, V. Say la, V. VVox turning the channel points on.
VVV.
VVVVV.
VOX!
VVox! Mondays, am I right?
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Alright, so I'm pulling open Discord just to get that reference for the changelog. And so instead of sharing the Discord, I'm just going to take a screenshot of this. Cool. So here is a brief idea of all the things 0.8.2 added. What's changed? Let's have a look. Added volume shapes, pickable support, multiplayer simulators, allows creators to test an experience. New splash screen animation. So those 4 things broke 10 things. Now, fixed missing audio music icons, but they removed a lot of the audio. Let's see, fixed audio looping on disconnection. Nice. Fixed animation missing from equipment. Fantastic. Fixed expectations and null refs when editing behaviors. Fixed race condition when loading stream assets. Fixed asker to listen to UI events. Fixed several issues when transitioning between play and edit modes. So, overall, 0.8.2 gave us some things, fixed some things, and then broke some things. But we'll keep building. Single player, multiplayer. It looks like they did update the Academy, so it does have some 0.8 related things. So it's talking about the client only, synchronized. So if an object with SP collectible disappears from the individual player's experience but remains for others, this is because the actor's state change only occurs for the individual player. Fantastic. So we get a whole list of all the behaviors and components. Legacy behaviors and components in the tables above have been marked in gray and labeled not compatible with MP experiences. These should not be used in multiplayer experiences. That's pretty good to know. So that's going to be your grayed out indicator, the predator, melee, defender. So pretty much legacy behaviors are the ones that don't have the SP or MP tag in front of it. You may notice that some items are labeled as synchronized but not client only. This doesn't mean that those behaviors and components can't be used in solo experiences. It means that there is no longer a version that will be experienced uniquely by individual players. For example, the basic platform is not available as client only and can only be accessible through synchronized. It can be used as a single player experience, but it just can't be used in a multiplayer experience without its movement and collision being available for all other players, okay? So they're just kind of describing like, oh, if you have a basic platform, it's going to be moving up, down, left, right, exactly how you set it up for everybody. That's what they're just hammering home. So there's no visual indicators in the scene to show. One final point to make here is SP, MP behaviors and components can't exist on the same actor, so an entity with an MP asker behavior can't have an SP indicator component. Okay, this is all pretty much well known. Actor spawn during the experience via an asset spawner behavior, replace asset behavior, or drop component must maintain the same type as the spawner. This means a synchronized behavior can't be spawned by a client-only actor. That's actually good information to know. So if you're using an asset spawner that is spawning a multiplayer component or behavior, your asset spawner also needs to be multiplayer behavior or component. Good information. Just lurking, also night mod. Oh, thank you, V. Alright, in VVox's honor, I'm gonna do a quick giveaway. We gotta tell Nightbot to shut up. Alright, there you go. Everybody tell VVox something. You can say have a nice day. All you gotta do is at VVox, and they'll enter you into a giveaway. Uh-oh. Tom's got a link for us. So we'll get that loaded. And yeah, I'll turn off D&D mode. Thank you, VVox. Well known, Sparky. I mean, once you, I guess, trial by fire for a little bit, makes sense. Okay, so Tom shared me that link, and it didn't take me to Discord. So I don't know what Tom shared. But I imagine it's good. Get some coffee, V says to herself. Ikion! What's happening, dude? Ikion. Alright, well, I'm gonna roll this in a moment. We're pretty happy with all this. Consistent hierarchy.
Wait, what?
Actors' parent-child relationships must also be consistent. If a child is set to client only, it cannot be a child or a parent of a synchronized. That's a good thing to note. Okay. Consistent messages is also important that an actor's communication stays consistent, keeping in mind that actors set to client only cannot send messages to synchronized actors. Okay. So this is just for multiplayer finding consistencies. So I imagine this does not apply to single player. However, being consistent overall is a good thing. So if you are making single player games, make sure that, you know, multiplayer assets are still talking to multiplayer assets. Alright. I just wanted to brush up on all that. Yeah, if anybody wants to participate in that game jam, here's that link. It was a list of bugs reported by... Oh, yes. Okay, Tom. Then I have seen that list. Yeah. Basically, I spent like a couple hours over the weekend and realized how much was broken. And I was pretty upset in terms of, you know, how to approach 0.8.2. It's, not good. All the things that are broken. It's not good. Okay, so we're gonna practice a little bit here. Looks like those are broken too. I haven't actually been on this map in like 2 weeks, so we'll see what 0.8.2 did to this map. But this is supposed to be my multiplayer map. We stopped building the tower, so what we'll do is we'll finish the tower, then test all of our mechanics here. But the tower looks pretty good. We were working on staggering it, where it kind of had like this slight slope to it. Yeah, hope you all have a nice Monday. Thanks for popping in. Just saying hi. Do what you gotta do to make your day the dopest. Looks like we got some broken things here. Have a dopest day. Yeah, assets load really slow. But usually if you click all the icons, they seem to load a little bit faster. Something I've noticed. Beer back. Sounds good, Maxie. Pick up some cow juice. I think he's talking about milk, everybody. Okay. Well, I can't tell what I'm clicking, so thank you, 0.8.2. Eventually, we'll get there. Yeah, it's pretty frustrating how every one of these updates, how poorly it goes. It feels like it's been every update. Things that shouldn't break. Things go 10 times slower. Like, I'm not even gonna update as fast as I should. Like, I'm just gonna keep working in, like, older versions, because this is ridiculous, to be honest. You haven't played EA games before? Ha! I try to avoid them. We'll make an EA game someday. An early access game. Nation's favorite drink, the UK cow urine. EA Sports, it's in the game. Yeah, they should change their title to EA Sports. Microtransactions, they're in the game. It's kind of crazy how many games are just money cash grab machines these days. I can't talk to the Wizzy. Damn. Well, at least we got a lot to build on this map, so... If only the game maker would let me build it. Blocks are currently being bugged. I can't place anything. I have to restart, probably. Can't place any assets. All right. I wonder if they test these things, you know? Do they even do it on Fridays most weeks? And this is something that's frustrated the council a lot. It's just you notice they push these updates on Fridays and then go home for the weekend. And it's like, oh, okay, we'll put out the fire in 3 days, you know, when Monday rolls back around. Still broken. Have to restart. Yeah, this update was delayed several times too. Yep, Nicholas Mage. It is it's one of those things that you don't realize how broken it is until you like start trying to do the things that were just normal. Just things that were working. All of a sudden, oh, those don't work. So, okay, I guess this is life now. I imagine it's prepping for the future. But right now, the present is not looking too hot. The present, it's not so great. Yeah, Go West, exactly. Just sweep it under the rug for Monday. It also takes an exorbitant amount of time for this to load. Garnican weekends are not a happy hair pulling time. I don't like pulling my hair. I don't got much left. We'll probably have box edit open in the on the side because of how much time it takes to load things now. But yeah, I'm just kind of complaining because I have a platform built for complaining. So who knows? Maybe someone that works the sandbox is watching is like, you know what? Halfd0rk's right. I'm gonna get on the developers and tell them all these things. You always got your beard. Well, Garnican, I gotta grow and not trim it. Then I can pull it. Man, even Vox edit's being weird right now. What the hell? Yeah, Vox said it's not opening properly. It's just one of those days. Current state multiplayer, current state single player. Alright, well, this map is supposed to be multiplayer, so I'm just going to keep that toggled on. So that's the new feature they added in 0.8.2. After they removed 10 features, they made sure to put that one in. You can see I have 0 blocks down at the bottom here, so I have no idea what I'm clicking. We'll let it load. Just give it a moment. Looks like Vox edit. It's back to normal. Do HD. What do we want to build? Alright, well, we're working on the tavern today. So we could build some art. I want to make art. So I think we're going to open up Magic of Voxel 2. And I'm going to AI print. AI prompt, I think is the correct term. Some art to see in a tavern. So if anybody has ideas... If anybody has ideas for tavern wall art. And then I'm going to export it through Magic of Voxel. So we'll do Midjourney. Imagine tavern wall art. We can see what Midjourney throws out for us. I'll do imagine wizard named Wizzy. Ask ChatGPT. Yeah, ChatGPT will pop out some cool stuff too. Ooh, in fact, yeah, let's go ahead and get ChatGPT open. St. George killing the dragon. Ooh, good one. I'll plug that in. Killing is a banned word. We'll do facing the dragon. Do a funny version of actual art. Alright, I'm going to plug that exact phrase in, V-Bucks. We'll see what happens. Imagine Game Maker working. Yeah, 9A7A. If only. AI, fix the Game Maker. So I did play around with ChatGPT this weekend. It really is such a great tool here. Mona Lisa in Viking attire. That's a great suggestion. Ekion talking about stable diffusion seems to make some pretty crazy isometric concepts. Ekion, it's literally a matter of time before we're able to like export 3D models from AI generation in a very simple way. Right now you can do it, but it's not simple. Right now it's simple just to type in a phrase and it spits out a picture. One day it'll just spit out 3D stuff. And then we can just drag and drop it into Magic Voxel. Using Game Maker in the sandbox, users can create their own game mechanics, characters, environments using a drag and drop interface. They can also, so it's registering NFTs, like it's pulling this from the internet. Tell me about the single player, multiplayer, Game Maker settings in the sandbox metaverse. And then I'll go ahead and tab over to Discord here. Still loading. Display capture. Okay, so here are some of the prompts just from the last, like, 5 minutes. So we have tavern wall art. It's interesting. Just a picture of tavern items on the wall. It looks great, though. We have a wizard named Wizzy. Oh, that's adorable, by the way. This guy has one too many hands. I want the hipster cat. Here is St. George facing the dragon. This is a fantastic choice. I like all of these. This one's a little bit odd. It's like a centaur. I mean, out of all of them, probably the fourth one looks the best. But I like the style of the first one. So we'll get those reloaded. So essentially I'm remixing those prompts. I don't want to show you guys too much of my Discord, so I'm just kind of like poking through it. That's nice. This is the Mona Lisa. That's interesting. We're getting like selfies in here that are mixed with it. What is happening? It's like making memes. This is great. Hipster cat Wizzy. Ikea, why is that a bad thing? Yeah, that's girl in a pearl. Oh, okay, so that's like a specific art piece then that it's pulling from. This one here. Yeah, kind of interesting why it's doing that, because we searched for do a funny version of an actual art, and it made memes. Interesting. Oh, this is cool. So we have Mona Lisa in Viking attire. This one looks fantastic. So we'll go ahead and print that. This one I'd probably crop. She does have one extra finger down there. Make some variations of it. Here's St. George again. It's pretty nice. The horse is getting weirder as it goes on. not quite riding the horse in any of those. Alright, well, we're gonna copy-paste these. We'll do... What is today? Wow, time's flying. It's the 17th already. Did everybody do their taxes yet? I'm doing mine eventually. Hello, what's up, Seven Summits? Mona Lisa is Halfd0rk? I wonder what happens if I do search Halfd0rk. Right now we're just getting all these pictures compiled. This looks great. Although the body's down at the bottom, not so great. Alright, well, the art's getting a little weird. With the pearl earring. Now we're just getting some men trying to recreate it. It was like, oh, you don't want the girl in the pearl earring? Alright, here's a boy with a beard. Pretty cool, though. Alright, we got some art, though. I'm happy with all that. So now, let's open up Magic of Voxel. And I'm just going to drag and drop one of those images that we just downloaded. Simple as that. So I'll just find it in the folder and drag and drop it. We'll start with Wizzy Hipster Cat. Boom, art. Guys, making art is easy. I just did it in 3 easy steps. Talk to AI, tell AI what to do, drag drop. Although, if I were to be better with the colors, I would probably want to index that color first.
I love my...
That way we're not getting this weird shading. So let's see what the difference is between these two. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Photoshop. I'm going to set this one to the side and index those colors just so we get better shading. It'll be more gradual rather than harsh. Ian the IT guy, have I used Dream? I've watched a couple people use it. I personally have been only using Midjourney. I'm trying to like avoid AI altogether. You might identify as Mona Lisa Animal Chin. I mean, honestly, I identify as art as well. So I'm loading up Photoshop here. Let's put it up on screen. Okay, I want to put Magic of Voxel. It's getting to that point where I need to organize stuff again. Organizing stuff is fun. Okay, so this is the original image. I'm going to go to the filters. Maybe it's an image mode. Adjustment. I think this is what I'm looking for. Nope. It's one of these. One of those. Setting it to indexed mode in Photoshop, basically limiting the colors. VVox exactly explained it. And VVox is like, oh, I thought you were going to just skip it. Here it is. The section is indexed color. Thank you, V, for stating the obvious that I should have known. But yeah, basically by indexing the color, we're going to get a better gradient because it's limiting those colors to 256 total, rather than when the AI spat it out, there was probably like 1,000 different colors going on, just so it, you know, made a more unique or uniform. So we can tell the computer basically to use specific colors here. Although it doesn't seem as though I'm getting good options. I mean, the black and white looks pretty good. We'll try this. And I'll save it, put it into Magic Voxel. So we'll go to my AI, Wizzy. Now taking a look at Magic Voxel. It doesn't look like it improved it much, so I think I didn't do that right. Try it again. Doesn't appear as though I indexed it properly. Why is it getting worse? And try it from the top. I'll use a different art this time. Indexed color. Previous. I think we want windows, maybe? Try a dither. Yeah, I think the dither was what was going to help. Okay, let's try that.
Look over here.
Okay, 1 second. I know I'm struggling. Alright, so this is going to be Mona Lisa 2. Also has 4 dithering. That's a little bit better. Drag photo into the palette first. Okay, that's what we'll try. Thanks, V. I should just make this larger. Okay, so this time I'm going to drag and drop Mona Lisa 2 over onto the palette. I believe that helped. It's looking pretty good. Alright, well, there's one. What about St. George? St. George definitely got some bad dithering going on. We'll put that into Photoshop. Another one. So this is all AI generated. It's crazy how efficient it is. Image indexed. We'll try a different dithering this time. Preserve. Palette for web. No? And Lula Love 9. No way. How are you, Lula? Welcome. Make sure I'll write that down. Thanks for cashing in. Lula Love 9. Oh wait, you owe me coins still. Alright, I took one out.
Lula Love 9 says no
No
way! In the
way!
chat. Yes,
Yes
way.
way. Yes way. Save as. This will be George 2. The Magic of Voxel. Drag and drop it. Now, as V says, we need to do the palette first. It's ugly, though. I mean, it's better. Oh, why is this being so difficult, though? Am I just bad? Just bad at this? It looks pretty good, though, comparatively. When you look at it from a distance, it's not so bad, you know? So I just want to file export one at a time. So my mistake for doing multiple at a time. So we'll go ahead and put that in the middle, and we'll save it. This will be 17 George A. Do new project, delete. We'll drag and drop the Mona Lisa in there. Pretty nice. It's good shading. Just leave it and press OK rather than changing the settings. We OK. I think, yeah, the palette is what's I think throwing me off a lot. I might not be indexing it correctly, so I think you're onto something, V. But at least everybody saw the process, I suppose. But it does look much better now. Definitely looks better. I'm sure I could be doing it more efficiently, is what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, that's a cat in a beanie that says Wizzy. Oh yeah, that's better than any art. I would pay more for this than the Mona Lisa. Also, if I adopt a cat that doesn't have a name, I'm calling it Wizzy. Alright, cool. So we got our Magic of Voxels done. Now we can go into Vox Edit. First thing I'll do is I'll make a frame. I think those are going to pop out rather large. We'll start with 124. 2. We'll just make a quick frame here. We'll come back to it. Do set to center. And so now I'm going to, for my next trick, import the 3 different files. So I'm going to drag and drop from my own collection here. So now I have them in my import folder. Maybe I put them in, oh, I put them in the export folder. There they are. These might take a quick second to load. Oh yeah, we had a giveaway going. It's not too late to tell VVox to have a nice day. Every time I oh, man, today is not going well. When I tabbed out of Nightbot, it reset everything. So everybody that told VVox to have a nice day is going to have to do it again.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Yeah. It's just one of those days, B. This is still loading my cat Wizzy. It's a little bit slow. But we're done with Magic Voxel. There it is. Thanks, Tom. Alright, well, make sure you guys type in at VVox to be entered in for the giveaway here. Basically, as soon as I tab away, it's like, oh, I guess no more giveaway. This is me. Hey, Paul, what's happening, dude? VVox equals goat. Could you imagine calling people a goat and it not having the connotation it has today? I just think that's funny. Just culturally. It's like, oh yeah, she's a goat. It's like, what? What does that mean? Alright, so we've got our main. I'll go ahead and throw Wizzy in there, see how large it is. That's pretty big. If we double click it, 256, that is the maximum. A little bit slow here. But it looks great. Too large for our wall art, so we're going to duplicate it. This is going to be Cat Wizzy 1. And we're going to adjust the size of it. We'll go ahead and add it to the y-axis and then halve the size. So we can see my avatar here for reference. We'll go ahead and flip it. Set to center. Let's try going one more down. It's a little bit too blurry at that size. But I mean, it's just supposed to be wall art anyway. Now you can't even read his hat. Yeah, Ian, if there's anything I can do to, you know, refresh your memory in terms of going through that process again, let me know. Essentially, Magic Voxel is very useful. Magic Voxel is a software you should pick up if you are making things in the sandbox. Loud Meta! What's happening, dude? Welcome. She loves aluminum cans, Cisco West. Alright, Blue Tulip winning this coin. Thank you, Blue Tulip. Congratulations. I'm going to go ahead and write down everybody's name here for a wheel of names at the end. Hey, what's up, Loud Meta? Welcome in. Alright, so Cat Wizzy 2. I'm going to shrink down a little bit more. I mean, sure, we can't really see it that well. What about 32? 32, it's just... You don't know what that is. But at 64, we can at least make out the impression that it's like a cat in a beanie. So we'll keep that. Cool. So there's one. We'll go ahead and import the others. So import Vox. My imports folder. Oh, okay, great, Ian. Yeah. Did you see your green on green? Ooh, HODL. I'll have to see it. If you have a link, HODL, feel free to drop it. Yeah, my fawns isn't too exciting. Still loading here. It does take a moment to load those when you drag and drop them in for the first time. It's because of how large you know, the voxels are 256 by 256. Any second now. There we go. This will be George 1. Basically, I'm making a duplicate of the original and then adjusting the size from there. So, first thing we'll do, flip it. Set to center. Overall, pretty good, but too large. I'd like them all at about the same size, but as we can see here, we lose a lot of definition just going from 128 to 64. So I think we'll keep the 164. Or, yeah, 128. So we'll save that. It looks pretty cool. And then we'll import the Mona Lisa. Ooh, Halfd0rk sharing her Fonzie. Ooh, nice. Wow, you got a legendary. Congrats. I like the muscle definition. Don't know what the red dots are. Does he have like chicken pox? Yeah, GG's. I think the only thing unique about these characters is the dance, but all of them have the same dance. Just rarity in general, though. Great pickup. This looks cool. Unique walk cycle. Nice. Okay, is this loaded? Nope, still loading. There it is. Didn't like it? Nope, Tom, I'm sticking with chicken pox. Yeah, cold cuts, mine's not that cool. Let me pull mine up. I've been getting relatively unlucky. The last time I got a decent pull, I got an epic with Rabbids. So I can't complain about that. What the hell, dude? What the heck-a-roni? Everything's just so slow today. Or maybe I'm just fast. I'm gonna go with the second one. Okay, so now we're gonna shrink this down, 128. Kinda hard to see the definition of the face. But if you just zoomed out, you know, it's pretty decent. Let's see what happens if I go another step down. Can't really tell what that is. So, ideally, I would like the larger version. I think we just need to stop working with, like, complex shapes. Like, if I'm gonna put art in a tavern, like, complex shapes, you just have to avoid. Because they're gonna be shrunken down into small pixel art. Can I delete multiple assets from the library at the same time? Sure, the right price, yeah. Is very green. I would honestly consider selling it, to be honest. But, like, I don't want it, so I'll just make that clear. I do not want it. So mine has pink hair. If you want to trade Hodl, you can have mine. I'll trade you for the green one. Look, he's even got a wedgie. I don't even know this character. This is Bandit. Bandit's a cool name for a character. We got the same one, Cold Cuts. Twinsies! I'm your twin now, Cold Cuts. Twinning. Isn't he handsome? Alright, that's enough looking at him. Alright, well, we got our art. I'll probably import this into the game. I do want to put it on my walls. So, if I did want to do that, I need this to be smaller. So let's see what it looks like on a art-sized scale. Let's even go one step further below. Yeah, so this would be on the wall. Like, this looks like the normal size of an image. And we can adjust some of the colors here. This is a pretty destructive process, so that's why I'm making duplicates. So, like, I can't, you know, go back up in size, for example. Yeah, you can't tell what that is. That's fine. Alright, I'm pretty happy with those. Let's go back into the game maker. And pretend like nothing is broken. We're just gonna pretend. Man, still loading blocks. Still loading blocks. At least they're loading. Triggered, says V. V, you've been replaced. It's alright, you'll have another chance. You got lucked out? Ooh, go west. What'd you pull? Oh, that's rarity, gotcha. Oh, it's not loading. Okay, well, at least the blocks work. At least the blocks work. Yeah, have a good day, everybody. I have things to do today. Chores, taxes. The usual. Wait, that's not usual. Okay, so we're actually shrinking this a little bit. I think all of this is wrong. It does appear to be so. I think I built outwards instead of in. So it's got like this big inner belly now. So yes, these do have to get replaced. We didn't get to this part when we were building the other day. Okay. Now the question is that the right height? So it looks like this is the height we want. Great. And that gives us some wiggle room to the top. Well, in other news, I've made some great progress on my Unity developments. I am kind of like building something that is way outside of my comfort level. I should probably be starting small, is what I should be doing with Unity. But instead, I am building like an action RPG, which is not something I would recommend beginners do. I don't think anyone recommends beginners do that. Still fun, though. Am I using the wrong brick? Today is not a day. They look so similar, though. This is fine. This is fine.
You will be all right.
I will be
There,
fine.
There. Thanks.
Thanks,
Baymax.
V-Box. It's okay. We're just casually building today because 0.8.2 break everything. Because break everything. So, I'm content. So we have to go lower. Shouldn't have to go lower. But that's supposed to be the starting line. Does that mean this needs to be removed? Who built this? It's so poorly done. Oh, I built it. Of course I know him. He's me. Fairly sure that's what we're looking for. Is one more lower? I don't think so. But I'm going off of these lights here. So that's where this is supposed to end. This shouldn't be here. Because that's throwing me off. It's also thundering outside right now. Pretty early in the day. So if I disconnect, you'll know why. That looks too large. What is happening here? Obi-Wan half a Nobi? Yeah. The Force is with me. I'm forcing myself to put on a smile. Ooh, that's too deep. Go back. Wow, your day is really starting nicely. Thanks, V. Go get some coffee. More coffee? I tried to save the second cup for like 12 o'clock. Too much caffeine will make it worse, V. Are you trying to sabotage me? You want to make it worse, V? V? I know we've had our differences, V. You don't have to ruin it. But maybe yes. Can't confirm or deny. Okay. Well, we all know what side VVox is on. Her own. I kid. So I'm fairly certain, yeah, that's what we want. Also, getting this tower done would be really nice. Because I want it to be the main focal point of my land, so by finishing it, I can build off of it. So that'll be nice for the long term. But yeah, designing a complete circle, gigantic tower that ramps inward. Not as easy as it looks. You're right, though. Thanks, V. I appreciate you. And welcome back, Maxie. What type of milk did you get? My family can only drink lactate. Because my guts. Because guts. This looks pretty good. Ooh. The lightning outside's really bad. Nope, that didn't pick up on microphone, but thunder is pretty loud. I'm scared. I am scared. This looks not correct, and I think it's throwing me off. Doot. Doot, doot. So far, so good. So I do think we have to trim some of this. Always get two types, regular, full fat, and semi-skimmed. Is that like the name of it, Maxie? Semi-skimmed? I do almond milk a lot. Almond milk is one of my go-tos right now. I tried oat milk. I tried other milks. Almond milk has a lot of protein. see, so it looks like we maybe need to tweak some of this. Appears as though it's not curving inward enough, so it looks like I need to remove a couple bricks. So we essentially slimmed it down a little bit. Yeah, who all is going to participate in the game jam that was announced? That's probably like the biggest news for today. And we talked about it this morning, but there is a game jam that was announced. Multiplayer parkour game jam. You have 3 weeks to put it together. Parkour. Yeah, Go West, I love the sound of thunder, but not the sound of my electricity going out. I don't like the sound of that one, Go West. Not my favorite. Could you imagine like some ambient sound where it's like instead of like the sounds of a beautiful rainforest, it's like the sound of children crying because their tablet is broken. The sound of the refrigerator humming. Ambience of I'm sure there's some people might enjoy that. My mind's telling me no, but my body. Cold cuts. Don't ignore those feelings. Instead, acknowledge them. And be like, no. Back inside. Get back in that cage. But my body. I think V's right. I need more coffee. Why is she right all the time? It's not fair. Yeah, Goa says, that's not cool. Looks like you're getting a ton of lightning down there. Oh, I haven't even looked at a map. Go West on scale 1 to 10, how bad is it? The weather maps make it worse. It's like, oh hey, you guys are... Ooh, somebody's probably going to die by lightning today. Woo! And that's your weather on the ones. Alright, so we do have to shrink this down a little bit. Just a wee bit. So I do want to go up to the same amount here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's the height I want to go to. And then we can maybe even make another one.
Another one.
Another one. How much higher can we go? That's it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Amazing! We actually... we got a little bit lucky. And we got the exact number at the top. I was not sure if we were going to get that, but you know what? I'll take it. Save our progress. Windy.com. Man. Oh, escape from artist. For a guy who actually loathes parkour, you won't see my name on that list. Aw. Escape from artist. You could make... Just hear me out, escape from artist. You could make a escape room that requires puzzle of parkour to get out. Loathe. Multiplayer parkour game jam. Interesting. So how are we doing checkpoints? Well, that's an excellent question. Tom, finding a solution for that.
I love lamp.
I don't have one. I can't think of a way to do checkpoints properly in multiplayer. Wait, are we doing a giveaway? I guess so. Alright, keyword is going to be up on screen. Do you guys have a chance to enter into that keyword? Make sure you spell it correctly. Keyword is up on screen. Nope, go West, nice try. Got some in the fun guy cards. Ooh, Woke Zombie, you have a multiplayer checkpoint? Guess game dangers. Well, yeah, spawning back at the beginning. Well, Tom, putting it in perspective, I think what you could do is you can make a parkour course where the player spawns in the middle, kind of like a hub, a central hub. And then maybe there's like doors that are removed or opened when the player, you know, gets to checkpoint 1. So they go all the way to like the outside of the land that activates, you know, the next portion. So then when they die, they respawn back in the middle, which is the original, and then they can go down the second path. That's just an idea. Zumzy, how are you? How you doing? Ross Guru, welcome in. But yeah, Tom, just working with what we have, it's a decent solution. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of cool innovations. We haven't had a game jam in a while, so I think we got a lot of skilled builders ready to try some new things. I know Roxy and Fred have been talking about doing stuff, so that'll be fun to see them. But yeah, anybody else participating? I'm also happy to test games for those of you, you know, looking to build for this game jam and provide my feedback.
Ready to work.
Ready to work. Zumzy dropping some bits. Thanks, dude. Busy, that's good. Busy's good. Unless it's bad busy, then busy bad. But regardless, Zumzy, always great to see you. We've been struggle bussing with Game Maker lately. It's been one of those updates that wasn't really asked for. One of those things, you know? It's like, oh hey, we made it really easy to do multiplayer maps now. Oh, but we also kind of broke everything single player had going for it. Sorry about that. Multiplayer though. That's pretty much what went down. Verbatim. That was the exact conversation I overheard when I was snooping around in the Parisian offices, the sandbox. Exact word for word conversation. Yeah, I speak French too, so parlez-vous français. I was able to translate. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? That's what they said. Now I remember. C'est bien. Très magnifique. Ooh la la. Feel the art direction will be the most important factor in this jam. That's a good point, Woke Zombie. I would say those that focus on it might see a lot more good feedback. But a good parkour game, and this is me not knowing who the judges will be. In fact, it could even end up being the council. We're kind of like a third-party system, so if Sandbox decides to offload that work, the council is probably the first choice. But in general, just like grading something so subjective, art does have a big role to play. So it's basically like, oh, what is fun about this game? Well, I love the doodle hand-drawn aesthetic. Or something along those lines. Which I really do enjoy seeing creators, you know, come up with style with these voxels. You know, we're basically working with giant squares. So when people introduce, you know, new things, it's always good to see. Something looks off about that. I think it's just because we're too close to it. Yeah, this one came together fine. 2, 3. It's too edgy. Whatever, I'll fix it later. Alright, I'm rolling the keyword giveaway. Congrats, Vox Machina. That's Machina. Blue Tulip won the last one, so I'm going to make sure I write those down. GG! GG! The Blue Tulip, I owe you 6. Vox Machina, I owe you 4. And I'm going to pull this list. We're going to go to the Wheel of Names. GG! GG! Alright, well, I'm just going to roll this giveaway. And we'll see whose name pops up. This is just literally everybody that was here in chat, just typing stuff. I'm gonna roll it for my turn to pick. I'm picking 16. There we go. Click. I did it myself. I didn't need your help. Nope, Go West was ready. Fred!
Ready to work.
And Ferd. Resubbing. Thanks, Fred. Whoa. Good timing, though. With that sound effect. Mosquito getting VIP. Making sure I make a note. We can do 2. Winning the Dork Samurai armor piece. So you got arms, head, legs at Wicked. But Mosquito winning VIP. Thank you very much, Mosquito. We are very close to, like, the end of VIP, by the way. Like, I think there might be, like, a couple spots left of VIP. Every Twitch stream is limited. Like, there's, like, 40 maximum. So, yeah, Mosquito, thank you. Go West, buying a coin. Thanks, Go West. One of us. So Go West, I owe you 11 coins. Thank you very much. Where's Mosquito? Mosquito, there he is. Hazing, hazing. Everybody likes to get hazed. I don't think anybody likes to get hazed. Streaming. And yeah, Fred and Ferd, thank you again for the resub. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a nice day today. Alright, so your name tag should be green. That doesn't really mean anything because I made the name tag so small, but I did it anyway. Arms, please. Wicked wants the arms. Let's go. Alright, I'm gonna make a note of that, and I think we're all caught up. So Wicked, you too. Arms. I think we're ending the free Dork Samurai stuff this week, by the way. I just don't see the massive need for being good with logic in this jam. If you have fun, of course it looks amazing. Yeah, exactly, Woke Zombie. You're not far off from the truth. It's a parkour map. If you add unique parkour things,
is parkour.
It'll help.
Internet sensation of 2004.
But in general, parkour is pretty simple. Reminds me of Meads. I hope Meads is doing okay. He also got very frustrated with the way Sandbox was running things. Which, yeah, I mean, Sandbox has been delaying everything. Pretty much everything. But, you know, we're all still here because we have faith in what they're doing. But a lot of people are very frustrated with how Sandbox is handling events. And of course, the leaderboard was like a big nail in the coffin for a lot of people. I hope they do it better next time. You have to, you know, learn by trial and by fire, you know? So I think Sandbox did just that. And they learned from it. Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, I couldn't be more grateful for my journey as a game developer. Because now I'm starting to pick up more concepts. I'm starting to get more into like building games from like a technical standpoint, exploring different game engines. It's renewing my, you know, interest in hobbies like animation. Ironically, I play less games now. Like, I build
Ready to work.
more than I play. Which I am very happy about. I used to be, like, addicted to games. A lot of my friend group still is. Oh, we still have this up on screen. Sorry about that. You're welcome. Doing good. Glad to hear it, Fred. Did the March Avatar Sand giveaway get deleted? Zumzi, if it makes you feel better, I am missing some claims for, like, Avatar stuff. I don't know if you're talking about claims, though. Woke Zombie, Touche is probably one of the best people to complain about. He's always got, like, some silver linings, too. You gotta have faith. Exactly, Sparky. Just a little. A little goes a long way. Just stop adding to the pile. Escape from Artist, the pile's under the rug. You don't see the pile, though. Ekion resubbing. Thank you, Ekion. You are amazing. I'm trying to think of like an Ekion meme here.
Really, on a scale of 1 to 10, you are an 11.
What?
I should just scream. That's the meme. I don't have to say nice things about Ekion. I just scream and he gets it. That's like his language. It's just, it makes sense. What did that translate to? Ah, I see, yes. Indubitably. Well, we got 10 minutes to finish the tower. I think we can do it. It's almost done. And then I can finally move on to other things. There's so much to do today. Not fun.
You can do it!
I can do it, but I don't want to do it. That's so wrong. If being lazy is wrong, I don't want to be right. Is this building up to code? I think the infrastructure is a little wrong. But I do hope to get this out into everybody's hands. Maybe if anything, it'll give people ideas for parkour. I decided already that I don't want to participate in this upcoming game jam.
Got a case of the Mondays.
It's just one of those things that I realized I shouldn't be doing because of how much is already on my plate. It would just be stressful for me to just participate in every single game jam. So I have to be selective. Like if it was, let's just say, a RPG game jam, I feel like I would be more inclined to want to participate. But this one, I think we're going to see a lot of cool innovations, and I look forward to playing everything that you all create. But yeah, I just don't have enough time to spare to give it my all. And that's kind of what happened with the Ragnarok game jam, is I didn't have enough time to spare, and I ended up rushing it the last, like, weekend. And it just ended up being, like, a not great game. And I only want to make great games. So I think we built this, right? We're done. It's a good looking tower. Takes up the entire map. And the best part is it's not even centered, because I didn't think about that until it was too late. And it is far too late. But it also gives like this nice asymmetrical feeling. So I'm going to pretend like it was intentional. Looks better off-centered. Thanks, Go West. Would be nice to have line tool in Game Maker. That would be nice. I mean, holding down shift allows me to do vertical. But yes, the line tool in general, just being able to do diagonals would be amazing. I might take a day off this week from streaming, just so you all have a heads up. Alright, you guys can decide what day I take off. How about that? I'm gonna start a poll. What day off? Tuesday? Wednesday? Thursday? Or Friday? Friday morning, still want that D&Ds. Last D&D, it was just all fighting, which I think a lot of people enjoy, but it did drag on. This one was a long one. We didn't have our wizard, Solazar, so I kind of forgot he can cast a giant fireball and hit everything with it, which in hindsight, you know, would have made the combat a lot more smooth. But yeah, that's because King wasn't able to make it. King is a very busy man. And when real life things happen, they happen, you know? We don't have control over those. Let's see. We do have to make another game here for replacing this. I had like a matching game. It didn't work out that well here. So basically like you would have to collect 2 of the same kind of something. So we're probably going to approach that with a different puzzle in mind. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to jump because this is the top of the map. So there's a chance I'm not going to be able to be using the jump here. Which I suppose I should be a little bit more concerned about. I don't see my Wizzy the Blue either. Is he stuck in the wall? Uh-oh, he's the one that started this puzzle. Oh, he's over here. Baby, come back! You can lay it all on me. Wait, I'm taking off Friday. Alright, thanks guys. Yeah, oh yeah, I heard about that too, Sparky. Save failed. Save status error. Remove spawn blocks from spawn location. First time I've ever gotten that error. Remove blocks from the spawn location. So, my guess here is that I was too high. Uh-oh. Well, my guess was wrong. Yikes. Saving. I've never seen that error before, though. As long as it saves, I'll be okay. Eventually. I don't even have that many things on this map, so the fact that this is taking forever, pretty annoying. Like, I've just been, like, building blocks. There's maybe, like, 20 assets. Save. You get that error on every experience? Yeah, well, Zombie, my first thought was like, oh, my portal is touching the top of the map. You know, like, oh, my character literally can't spawn here. But nope. That was not the case. Still saving. Well then. Yeah, the only thing about ChatGPT is worth noting is no matter what you put in, it's just gonna kind of like BS it. It's gonna talk about talking about it. You know, like if you ask a question, it's gonna talk about the question rather than give you a proper answer. Although usually you get like a made-up answer, which can be beneficial. So let's see here. What are some parkour game activities? Can you provide an example of difficult parkour in video games, multiplayer video games? Parkour is physical discipline that involves running, jumping, and climbing over obstacles. Wall running. That'll be fun. If somebody can make like a wall running. Climbing. This is one of the things that you don't see often enough in parkour. Jumping. This is pretty much every game in Sandbox. Balance. Yep. Time trials. Pretty good. Obstacle courses. Yep. Freestyle. These allow players to show off creativity by performing. Interesting. Uh-oh. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. So I think I'm getting that error. Like one of my assets. Object. Damn it, 0.8.2. Why? 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 Fairly certain it's going to have something to do with my pickables. Because we saw that was going to be a problem. Stairs. It's a bird. Should be fine. Interact. That should be fine. Got platforms. Ooh, these I think have health components. No? Let's try saving again. Difficult parkour is the hive jump. We literally made this. Wait, never mind. It's getting weird. Players control space marines who are tasked with infiltrating alien hives and destroying their queen in parkour. This game features a challenging parkour system that requires players to use a combination of running, jumping, and shooting skills to progress. One of the most challenging aspects of the game is the multiplayer mode, where players must work together to complete objectives and defeat waves of enemies. This is not a parkour game. Parkour. Alright, Woke Zombie. It's your fault if it doesn't save. Escape from Artist says, my escape room, personal, also had a long save condition last night. Yikes. Alright, well, fingers crossed. I would like to, end the stream. That would be nice. What are some examples of unique puzzles in video games? A portal. Ooh, a portal would be awesome to set up. I know we've had like checkpoint type mechanics, but like a literal like portal gun would be really cool. That you're kind of like shooting out a collision gravity asset that has a checkpoint functionality attached to it. I could see it. It wouldn't be multiplayer though. Unfortunate. Let's see. It looks like these are like giving us Portal examples, or I'm sorry, puzzle game examples. So like Portal the game, Braid the game. I've never heard of Fez. So hidden paths and platformers might be fun. Time manipulation mechanics that allow players to reverse or slow down time. World filled with philosophical questions and challenging puzzles. This gives me an idea of doing like an invisible maze. Might be fun. Save failed. Unknown error. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Object reference. So I think how I've been doing things with like health is currently breaking it. So basically I was giving parents a health component, and then the children had like, let's just say, basic platform. That does appear to be breaking. So I did just remove that. Hopefully it'll save. But yeah, this is going to be the end of the stream. So thanks everybody for watching. Blue Tulip's currently live, so we'll send the raid his way. I'll do a quick look to see if anybody is currently in the sandbox. Looks like it's just me, though. We need a reference for errors. Yes, please. Yeah, like a log that it spits out. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Have yourself a fantastic week, whatever you're up to. Yeah, Fred, you and me both, man. Like, I wish I could go back. I don't know how much that would break further if we went back to 8.1 after opening an experience in 8.2. So right now I'm just trying to weather it. Little Legion, I'm sure you're experiencing some problems too. Real fun. See you later. Thanks, Wicked. See you later. I'm gonna go back to bed. No, probably not, but still, I want to. Yep, have a good day, everybody. I'll see you over at Blue Tulips.
You're all free now!
Yay! See you, little Legion. Bye, Fred, Tom, Wicked.